Hi folks, I'm SilmarUK and welcome back to my Let's Play video series on Beautiful Desolation. Let's get back into the game. So last time we were trying to find the missing information we need. Now we basically need to find the location of the Baas region. We've got some coordinates from a statue in the Mongrel forts, but it's not enough information. We have been told by the Flay that one of their members managed to get away and ended up in the Vesta region. We haven't found them yet. So the most likely place that they are going to be in Vesta is at Witherberg, and I've just remembered that I haven't really looked properly around the sanctuary. So it's quite possible that this member of the Flay, Atum, is there, but we've just missed them. So at the moment, this is what I'm looking for. We know Atum got to Vesta. If they're in Vesta, this is the one place that people congregate. We've been around some of the other sites and people aren't there. So to begin with, the most likely place they are is they're in this inn. Last time we went straight up to the sanctuary. Yeah, see, aha! Wait a second. This is what we've been missing.
Hey, good looking.
We've talked to him before, we just didn't realise who it was.
Can I buy you a drink? Oh no, can you buy me a drink? Yeah.
Atum, the Grand Baas sent me.
What the fuck?
We don't have much time. This host has regained control.
Quick, tell me about
Quick,
Baas.
tell me everything you know about Baas.
Yes, the Grand Moor requires the Baas weapon. We can use it to destroy the mongrel slingshot. The slingshot is old technology. Its vibrations are the source of the foul brood. The road to Baas is dangerous and very long. The warden in Chiron has been disconnected, but I have found a way to add it back to the network. I have found a nexus.
What's a nexus?
What's a nexus? What does it have to do with the wardens?
A nexus controls the entry and exit points of a warden. Using a warden, you will be able to instantly travel to the Baas homeland in Chiron. I have both the location and the coordinates of the nexus. The hanging nexus is in Zozo. He is taking back control. Coordinates are at 1.
I'm gonna be sick.
Oh dear God.
Ooh, why are you looking at it?
Okay, so we have a new location. I mean, I don't blame the host for taking back control from the Flay. Zozo, the hanging nexus. Thanking you. Right, so let's go back to the warden and get to Zozo. Okay. Maybe we should have remembered that we'd met this strange character in the Riverberg Sanctuary, but I didn't make the so long ago I didn't make the connection that they must have been a flame. But hey, we got there in the end. Okay. Well, as always.
Wow.
Oh, our inventory. We've got something, haven't we? Yes. The word Nexus is stamped on the underside of the CPU chip. Maybe we will find a use for that here. Exploring as well. A rope bridge.
Come on, the bridge is safe.
Whoa. Proper look around. We know there's at least one more useful thing that we can buy for the buffalo. Amphitheatre. This could be the site for a village gathering or religious ceremony. But we're a gold short. Reclaimed nature. Interesting. Spiral ramp. Yeah, I'm not sure I like the feel of that. Old ropes. Ooh, there's something there though.
Don't get too close to the edge.
It's still active.
An alien looking structure of black metal suspended by ropes and vines. Enable Nexus Guardian. Okay. Probably should have saved first. Presumably we were supposed to do that as the game isn't giving us an opportunity to take it back. Oh, here we go.
You have brought me back. You tore my broken body from the depths of darkness. You are so small and human. Where will we want you? What have you done with them? Speak.
What's the last thing you
Must have been
remember?
a while since you were last activated. What's the last thing you remember?
The Biome, the builders. They started up the warp network. I waited for them to return to me. I waited through the rain and fire and the storms of dust that shred the metal from my very hull. And when I could wait no longer, I descended into darkness.
Oh, I've heard some speak about the Mupani. Who are they?
They were creators. They built the wardens. They were little peaceful and benevolent. If they are no longer here, then this world is an emptier place. I will warn them. They deserve better than to vanish. But it seems that their work is on. And you, human, what do you want with me?
I need access to the Warden network.
You humans are all the same. You create without thought. You destroy without warrant. You expect those you leave behind to forget what you have done to them. I witnessed what your kind did to the agonies. How you programmed them to slaughter and hate their own brethren.
That
It
wasn't
wasn't
me.
me. It wasn't us.
You say that, yet you want my servitude.
I'm just asking for
Not
your help.
servitude, no. I'm asking for your help.
What is that you want?
I need to access the city of Baas. I know there's a Warden there, but it isn't accessible anymore.
My second processor is damaged. Without it, I cannot access the Warden network. It is Biome technology specific to Warden Guardians. Without one, the Warden network remains locked off. I'm sorry you came all this way for nothing.
But we did not come all this way for nothing.
Secondary processor integrated. Link into Warden network. You found a secondary processor? How? From where?
I found a scrapped guardian.
Luckily, I found another Guardian, discarded in a scrap heap.
How sad that the once mighty Biome Nexus Guardians are regarded as junk. Now we are nothing but scrap to be pillaged and then cobbled together. This was a young Guardian. Its mind still forming. It had not travelled far. Not yet mapped the Wardens.
I'm sorry to hear it was so young.
Sorry to hear it was so young. But now it has a second chance to live through you.
Yes, that is true. But without an active map I cannot link to Baas Warden. If you can tell me the coordinates of Baas, I can attempt to manual link.
Where do
Where
I
could I
find
find
the
its coordinates?
But I do not know. I'm an Nexus Guardian. I maintain the Wardens. Bring me the coordinates, and I will link the Warden. Until then, the network remains as it is.
We got coordinates. Right, we got coordinates. Input new Warden coordinates. There we go.
The outage is being disseminated across the Warden plexus. I have enabled Warden access at the new endpoint. Now, leave me to pine for the Biome. My friends.
Okay. Cool. Does that mean our map has now been updated? There's Chiron. Excellent stuff. However, reclaimed nature. Well, we've saved the game. Let's go take a look. Succulent plants.
So peaceful here.
strange, vivid aloe blooms like flames in the veld. Cliff edge. Mist rises from the dead city below. Yeah, we don't want to accidentally go over that edge. Cacti and succulents.
Control, come in.
Just
Over.
yesterday, this was a
Aha.
city.
Yep. We have an item. Yes, some gold. Excellent. Rock outcrop. A cracky rock juts from the foliage like bare bone from a dead pelt. Right. Let's head back to the warden. Right, before we jump, we are going to save our game again, so I don't want to lose that. Forget about that gold. Cool. The last, no, not the last region. There's one more there. So if there's a Baas weapon, we'll probably have to decide whether to give it to the mongrel or the flay. Also here we may find Lebanon, who has the seeding device that can resolve the situation potentially with the nest and the moss. So there's the boneyard, the launch platform, and Klemens Urnfield. Right. Let's start there. Whoa. Okay. Well, it's a graveyard.
Slow down, bro.
Doesn't look like there's going to be anything here, but as I've said many times before, you have to get close to things for them to show up.
What are you
So
looking
run
at?
around we will. What caused all of this damage? Is this what the agnates used to take the Baas out? Here we go. What's this? More gold. I'll take it. Oh, we've definitely got enough to get the fusion reactor, I think it was. Right, the boneyard. Shattered tiles, roots and weeds push their way up through the ruined ground towards the sun's light. These look like magnates, but are they? Okay, someone's willing to talk. There's the boneyard pit.
Slow down.
Rubble, dead tree.
I'm old, man.
Okay, looks like we talk.
We're delighted to make your acquaintance, Wanderer. Come, Jerry.
Nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
hi Jerry. I'm Mark.
Oh, how we have longed to meet a traveler. We get bored out here, alone. No ascendancy, just each other. Jeff has been walking in circles for 5 years now. His pathfinding routine is not working. Or perhaps he's on some sort of predefined passing behavior to avoid using pathfinding. He claims it keeps him busy and out of trouble. Personally, I think he's lost the plot. Jeff, can you please stop for 5 minutes? We have company.
You were different to other
You don't
Agnes.
seem like the other Agnes we met.
We're not connected to the Dallas Exchange. We haven't communicated with Ascendancy for a century. We were part of an advanced scouting party for the assault on this region. We didn't receive the schedule update because Jeff was in defrag mode. After arriving in Chiron, we noticed the place was very quiet. Apparently, several nukes had already been deployed to take care of the human problem. Unfortunately, the warden was shut behind us. So, here we are, abandoned.
How did you survive without your connection to the Ascendancy?
Well, see, here's the thing. After a month of idling and keeping as still as possible while awaiting a rescue party, it dawned on us, why do we even need to be connected? The 140 kilobytes of memory we use to gather intel could serve as local storage. No more purging memory. We could even choose and remember our names.
You went with Jerry? Oh,
I like the name Jerry. Makes me feel like a real person. Names can mean a lot when you've never had one. But enough about us. What brings you here?
I have some
I
information
have
to
something
trade.
important to tell you. But first, maybe you can help me out.
Of course, friend. Although I don't know what we could possibly help with.
Do you know anything about the Penrose array?
You're in luck. It just so happens that I was stationed at Array Site Alpha. We guarded the control arm at that base. Apparently it activates something I don't recall. I suggested at the time that we blow it up, but this sort of proposal is frowned upon in the military.
How would I get in there?
You cannot, unless you are a 3-meter-tall robotic soldier. Although, you might be able to interface with a defragging Agnate. Here, take my core cartridge. I'm done with the military. I'd like to pursue a simpler pursuit, like singing. You would need to be very close to interface, literally at the base itself. Goodbye, friend, and good luck. One more luck, Jeff, and then we are leaving.
(1976) technology. Cool.
I can hear singing.
Right, we're getting some fast progress here. I'm almost thinking that we are definitely getting towards the end of the game now, but let's clear out some of these older saves. Cool, that'll do. Save there. Let's go into the bone pit. Dry fountain. Fountain is crusted with dust and rust. Rib cage. Each of the creature's ribs is longer than a full-grown man. Exoskeleton. The twisted remains of a monstrous crustacean litter the boneyard. There's the singing.
Listen to them singing.
Weird. Right, let's look around before we talk to anyone. Skull. Again, some skull might have belonged to a deep sea creature or reptile. Flipping monster, whatever it was. There's something there as well. There's someone to talk to there. More in the boneyard. Wow now. We have done well. Boneyard Maidens. Are they Kettle Maidens? Are these the ones we've been looking for? Marrow farmers sift through piles of brittle old bones searching for those still rich in marrow at the core. The bone mill. The marrow is ground into flour. Oh wow. Maybe we're not as close to the end as I thought. A ruined chapel. Exhumed graves. Take the item. A Baas skull. Let's talk.
It's always pleasant to gaze on fresh eyes and a complete face. I'm old Auntie Ona, a maiden of the Boneyard. It has been an age since we spoke to someone new.
I hope I don't disappoint.
Well, I hope I don't disappoint you.
Such a fine and polite young man you are. I bet all the ladies love you. Let me rustle you up some marrow sandwiches. Would you like some tea?
No, no thanks. But thank you for the offer.
Bring a message from the kettle. I bring a message
Your
from the
sisters
kettle.
in the kettle. They asked me to bring you a message.
They may be our sisters by serial number, but they are not our sisters by heart. We left them, what seems like ages ago. Maidens were engineered to farm. We farmed for an eternity. Some of us grew tired of farming. We followed Lebanon. They chose to stay with Grave. We have work to do, dear. It's time for you to be off.
Ooh, well, she didn't take that very well. But that now means that there may be someone at the kettle that we can talk to. Who are you?
Grave?
Lebanon.
No, you are not Grave. My Fuabu. I miss our talks. Now, I only have the bones. The bones are watching us.
I can't hear anything.
Yes, yes. The bones in the ground. They're whispering to me. And they don't like you.
I mean, no
I didn't
offense
mean to offend the bones.
They twist in discomfort.
I'm sorry to hear that.
They do not care for your apologies. They have died 1,000,000 times and they will die 1,000,000 more. You are a stranger here. You do not belong.
I'm Mark
I'm Mark.
Leslie.
Mark Leslie. See? Now we aren't strangers. What's your name?
My name? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've spoke to anybody. The bones tell me my name is Lebanon, partner to Grave, my Fuabu. I came here a very long time ago, left Grave in the Kettle. I came to help. All I found was death and decomposing flesh. Now all that remains are whispering bones.
Lebanon. I know who you are. What is this place?
My boneyard.
What are you doing
What are you
here?
doing to these graves?
Tending to the dead. My maidens toil endlessly in the harsh soil. They harvest and farm the marrow of the oldest osseous matter.
They form marrow.
In this scorched world, there are no power cell replacements. We use the extracted marrow as a biofuel.
Whose bones are they?
These are the remains of the great people of Baas.
Can you... I've been
I've
searching.
been searching for the Baas.
Baas was once a great civilization. It stretched from the east coast to the west. The Baas were great academics, and they possessed advanced knowledge of robotics, weapons, and medicine. They said they knew the true nature of the Penrose. They waged a war against the priests of tribulation and Babel. A war they eventually lost. Listen, the bones rattle in the wind.
Where can I find out more?
Where can I find out more about the Baas?
The Baas are long dead, but there is one who could help you. Kush knows everything about the Empire. I have activated him inside the glossolalia. Perhaps the bones are wrong about your destiny. Perhaps not.
I see, that's vaguely threatening. Right.
Oh, smells like our old school library.
Scribe statues. Stone figures of hunchback, small heads, long sinewy arms and long fingers. Floor drops away into darkness.
Careful, Marky. Don't fall.
Scribe workbench. Right, there's the guy we're here to talk to. But before we do, random papers. Tribulation for All, a family guide to divine love with Stuart Feldhammer. Little old granny. Interesting. Author. This looks and feels like a house of worship, but who's hearing the prayers? Old books. Okay. Writing benches.
Welcome, Overseer. I am Knowledge Slave Kush. I stand in awe of you, great Baas.
Go on.
Kush must humbly warn you that it is no longer able to connect to the central data center, and as such, insight is limited to local object scanning only.
What exactly do you do, Kush?
As you well know, Kush provides valuable information and feedback on items and artifacts. To whom is Kush addressing these reports?
Call me Mark.
Kush is taken back by your informality, Mark. It is odd that a Baas would identify themselves by a single name. Your soft-spoken tone and gentle demeanor are most surprising. It is not often that Kush speaks to a female Baas.
Please help me with some information.
Kush requires discipline, but your small, soft-spoken words are obviously not equipped to provide the rigorous chastisement Kush requires. Kush is not impressed with your feeble linguistics and pathetic vocal consummation. Interestingly, your poor performance has allowed BR-12 to dwell on other tasks and has retrieved fragmented historical data from temporary memory.
Please tell me what you found.
The glossolalia serves as a central knowledge hub for the Baas Empire. Scribes were genetically engineered to transcribe the vast history of Baas. The Age of Enlightenment considered this slavery, and it was sadly outlawed. As such, Virtual knowledge slaves were created in the image of those scribes. Korsh is part of a matrix of 99 who meticulously catalogue and cross-reference the past and present. Ancient technology is examined and catalogued. Temporary memory is now released. Gently place your item into the scanner, and Kush will vigorously provide feedback.
Right, is there anything that I don't know what it does? I don't know what that does. There we go.
Begin scan! Amazing. Korsh is excited. On second thought, it's garbage. Korsh does not consider you a vulture. You would be something the vulture would eat. Scan complete! Begin scan. Very interesting. But Kosh is disgusted that you would place this dirty thing anywhere near the sensor equipment. If Kosh throws a stick, will you leave? End scan.
I don't think we have what we need to scan yet.
Finally, something of technological value. Kosh humbly requests 5 minutes alone with this cube and its intricate circuitry.
Will it
Go
help
ahead
you?
if you think it'll help you.
Kosh is disgusted by your pithy responses.
I really
You
should be
are
not.
weak and passive and should be thrown from the glossolalia walls.
I'm just trying to help. I get on with the scan.
Kosh has only ever seen this technological footprint once before. Lebanon provided Kosh with a device for analysis. Kosh advised the adnate how to activate it. Lebanon integrated his own power core with the device and was able to activate it for a brief second. That second was enough to transform the bone-dry courtyard into a beautiful garden. Lebanon would visit this paradise alone, always in secret, his power drained to a few ticks above zero. One day he could not move to visit it, unable to walk, unable to command, unable to live. His petrified hulk remains tied to the dirt. His head the only thing that retained some power. Lebanon commanded that the entrance to the garden be blocked and the device secured, so that he would never again succumb to its temptation.
So where's the entrance?
Inside this very structure, a few paces to the north. End scan!
Now we may have cause to use Kush again, but I think he's just told us something valuable. At the very least that should allow us to complete the whole nest thing and potentially get the red mercury.
Hey,
You remember making our own gunpowder?
Of course. Dad caught us trying to blow up Principal Boyson's beehives.
We need to do the same to this
We need
wall.
to blow up this wall.
I don't know if we could make a hole big enough to all fit through, but we could try.
Maybe Pooch could
If Pooch
fit.
can fit, I'm sure she'll go through for us.
Yeah, she might. Just make sure you ask nicely, Mark. She isn't a tool. She deserves a choice. Give me the explosive and I'll set it up.
Okay.
Detecting a huge energy surge close by.
We don't have explosives here, do we? So we're going to have to find some explosives. Okay. Let's save there. I imagine we might get some explosives at the Baas launching pad. Right. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to the channel. I also have Let's Play video series on the Encased RPG Early Access, Shadowrun Returns, which is another turn-based RPG, and FF7 Remake. As it shows here, you can also find me on Twitch 4 times a week, where I'm streaming Elite Dangerous and Elder Scrolls Online. You can find me on SilmarUK on social media. My website is silmaruk.net, and I have a Discord server as well. So please look me up, but in the meantime, I hope to see folks again soon, and please stay safe. That's it for now.